Since I'm a junior, everyone told me it would be really hard to get into ISM. Seniors get priority, only about 60 juniors get accepted. More juniors are applying than normal. All of these were valid reasons why I should have been scared, and I was. Even picking out an outfit for the interview was stressful. But I saw how much this program would help me in the future, and I had to take the opportunity. I knew it would be challenging, and I knew it would all be extremely out of my comfort zone, but I had to try it. Getting to learn so much about my career and meeting professionals who have experience makes me excited about this year. One of my favorite quotes about trying something new is, "If you want something you've never had, then you've got to do something you've never done," by Dave Ramsey. Stepping out of your comfort zone is the only way to improve, and I believe ISM will force me to step out of my comfort zone and achieve what I never thought I could do. My name is Hayley Swaim. I'm an only child, which has been a big part of my personality, and I enjoy being with people and love being in large groups, which I believe will be a good quality to have in the business world. I'm approachable, I'm caring, I'm hardworking, thoughtful, and driven. I love to help people, and I'm in NHS, and I'm starting to volunteer with the Miracle League in honor of my cousin Zachary. He passed away this year in October, but for his whole life he was confined to a wheelchair and unable to speak and unable to do anything on his own. Even when he was in an unbelievable amount of pain, he didn't hesitate to smile. His smile lit up a room, and he left such an impact on everyone he met to be happy even when times get rough. He is my biggest motivation to not give up when faced with obstacles and to not let the little things get in the way. How he didn't allow his limitations to set him back is the same way I want to not let my age define me in this program. That's back. A big goal of mine is to find a job that I love to do and that gives me security. I am studying finance this year, and because of the experiences I have already had in the first few months, I have been able to tune my focus into being a financial advisor. I am a math person, so finance I feel would give me great job security, and it's something I could be good at. The requirements of being a financial advisor are a bachelor's degree, but preferably an MBA, certifications such as the CFA or CFP, and continuing education courses to keep them up to date. The role of a financial advisor is to help inform people of the opportunities they have with their money and to provide them with the best foundation to be prosperous. Dave Ramsey said that when looking for a financial advisor, look for one with the heart of a teacher, not the heart of a salesperson. This shows how crucial it is to have extensive knowledge in what I am doing so that I can educate my clients, and when I am doing my best to help my clients, they will give me in return their business. Having the heart of a teacher also means having a passion to help people and help them improve. I have a very helpful personality, and in the finance industry, a financial advisor is one of the most personal and interactive careers, which was a major reason I chose this career. I hope to impact the field by making more financial advisors have the heart of a teacher instead of a salesperson, and I will achieve this by making myself a respected adult by all of my knowledge I have accumulated starting with this program. In order to gain experience with clients and businesses, internships are a good asset, and ISM has given me the opportunity to meet professionals who will help me go the extra mile for my career. This class has given me the opportunity to explore my options and really get a head start on knowing what I'm looking to do with my life. What I believe will get me to where I want to be at the end of the year, which is with experience under my belt and having learned a lot, is being optimistic and having perseverance. My goal is to become someone who sets big dreams and uses failures as lessons that push me to keep going. This class, I believe, will greatly improve my ability to step out of my comfort zone and help me a lot in the future. I'm looking forward to growing as a person through this program. The purpose of ISM, an independent study and mentorship class, is to expose high schoolers to their future and to gain a better focus on what they want to do with it. Through this class, we are given the opportunity to explore our options more in depth than most high schoolers could think possible. In my case, I would conduct a lot of research, interview professionals, and make contacts in the field of finance, be able to have a mentor to walk me through the steps of being successful in my career, and at the end of the year, I make a final presentation to wrap up everything I learned this year, which will obviously be a lot. Even though all the ISM students are individually working towards this one goal in our chosen field, this class gives me an overwhelming feel of support from my teacher to my classmates, We are all trying to achieve the same goal. Every challenge Coach Goff throws our way, if it is at the business symposium where we had to mingle and talk to professionals we had never met before, or go to UNT and sit in on college classes, which we for sure hadn't done before. Everyone in ISM is at the same place, and we are all going through the same challenges together. This class has easily been the most challenging class I've ever taken, because not only is it a lot of writing essays and researching, there is a lot required of you to make sure you are on top of everything, because if you're not, the only person that's hurting is you. Research comes in many shapes and sizes. Research does not only mean sitting behind a computer and looking up articles and biographies. It can also come in the form of meeting people who have valuable insight on your topic of interest. For myself, I personally prefer talking to people who have experienced, in my case, the road to being successful in the finance industry. I feel that being able to ask these people direct questions and not only get facts but personalized experiences on what the road ahead will look like is the most impactful type of research. Through ISM, we are required to contact at least 25 professionals in our field, and hopefully out of those 25 people, gain 5 interviews. I had the opportunity to conduct 8 interviews with people that were highly qualified in their field. All of the professionals I interviewed were in different fields, since at the beginning of the year, I didn't know which exact field I wanted to pursue more in depth. All I knew was I wanted to work with numbers. First, I interviewed Craig Hardy, who is the CEO of Entourage Professionals. His job is finding employees for major financial firms and seeking out the best prospective employees. He was a great first interview because not only is he someone who interviews as the main part of his job, so he was not only a great person to network with in the future, he really helped me fine-tune my interviewing skills. My next interview is with Jacob Pokovitz, who is the Executive Finance Assistant at Hope Fellowship Church. Since he works for a nonprofit organization, he showed me a very different side of finance. Working with a nonprofit organization means a lot of donations to be counted and a very strict budget. It is definitely a direct opposite of corporate finance. Third, I interviewed my aunt, Carrie Scott, who is an investment advisor. She was a big influence on me going into finance because me and her have always had a good relationship. And when I told her about ISM, she was very interested, and we had talked about her becoming my mentor. It didn't work out because of confidentiality reasons, but our interview gave me a lot of information about finance and really helped me understand what exactly I was getting myself into. Next, I interviewed Glenn Smith, who is a senior vice president of a firm he has with his partner, Robert Casey, at Merrill Lynch. Mr. Smith worked extremely hard to get to where he is at, and he spends a lot of extra hours spending time with clients and working overtime to reach his goals. He was a very influential interview because he showed me a side of finance that I would have otherwise not known, which is the beginning and how hard it is to make it. But with hard work, he made it, and that was motivation for me not to let difficult times get in my way. For my 5th interview, I interviewed Nick Kiprios, who is the CFO at one of my mom's customers, TTI Incorporated. He was very informative about the quantitative side of finance, and he also happens to do mentorship with college students. So he gave me a lot of helpful information about having a mentor. My 6th interview was with my dad's friend and helpful and partner at AIT, Harlan Dean. He started out in finance but ended up going to law school and is now in corporate law. We talked a lot about other jobs too, including private equity, and he helped me gain more knowledge about the different sides of finance, which is something I really wanted to know. Him and his wife also had a daughter who was recently accepted to OU, so they informed me a lot about the ACT and SAT, what colleges look for, and what to look for in colleges. Next, I interviewed Dawn Blankenship, who is one of my aunt's friends. She is a director of relations at Brenham Capital Management and also went to TCU, which is one of my top college choices. We had not only talked about TCU and her job, but she worked for 2 years in private equity and helped me gain a better understanding of private equity and if it's something I want to do. Next, I interviewed Tom Briscoe, who is the Chief Administrative Officer at Allen Knight Co. He is insanely smart. He has an MBA and law degree from Harvard and a bachelor's degree in computer science from Missouri. He had a very tangled path and landed where he is at now because of networking and knowing people. Lastly, I interviewed my now mentor, Robert Casey. Robert Casey is a financial advisor at him and his partner's firm with Merrill Lynch. I had had some previous thought about possibly working as a financial advisor because I like talking to people and helping them with their money. Mr. Casey will be a great mentor because he works very hard to get to where he's at now. He's very passionate about his career and takes a lot of pride in working. And finally, he shares the same reasons I have for wanting to be a financial advisor, which is we are both good at numbers and want to help people. It's crazy to think back to my first interview and think of how far I've come. And that's proof that at the end of the year, I'm going to have changed so much because of ISM, and that's what we're all here for. Even though it's very important, ISM is more than the essays in the interviews. It's about gaining a deeper knowledge and understanding of our chosen topic. A way we gain that knowledge is by making our own original work that will either help the community, help my mentor, be an invention or a foundation work for future learning in my career. My original work will be a PowerPoint that analyzes the different investment opportunities for an elderly couple planning for retirement, including factors such as risk, inflation, and fluidity. The research need to be able to teach what I have learned will be very detailed and focused because I must gain a deep enough knowledge to be able to relay that information I had just learned as if I was an expert in that field. I will get the help of my mentor, but most of the project will be done by me. I'm looking forward to having a deeper understanding of finance and investments, but this will definitely take a lot of time and effort, but it will all be worth it in the end. In conclusion, ISM has opened doors that would have sounded crazy to the 14-year-old version of me. I never thought of myself capable of writing an essay every week, interviewing people 30 years older than me, or working with a professional to create products of my own. For the past year, I was always changing my mind on what I want to be, and I thought I wouldn't figure it out before college. However, ISM helped me make my own path, and it has truly been a great experience already. I am so excited to accomplish this year when I never thought I could. Thank you.